I did take an opportunity to look at the All-22. Boy, it was a long. Got home. What time did you get home last night?
2 a.m.
Yeah, I was like 1:40.
I was thinking about you this morning. I was like, damn, I bet Brian's already watched the tape.
I got up at 6 this morning and started watching that tape. So here we are. But
and you don't do coffee or any caffeine?
No caffeine.
Wow,
no caffeine.
That's impressive.
Now I'll say by the time we get to what you think and what you're drinking, I might be laying on the couch over there. But anyway,
you can shut it down.
Yeah. So here we go. But anyway, yeah. I mentioned earlier about the DeMarcus Lawrence, and I don't think you win this game without DeMarcus Lawrence and the way he played. And I want to focus on 3 particular plays just of him, if I could, in my little time here. Maybe you can come back to me later on the show and we can talk some more other things if you want to about this game, because I got it all broken down.
Awesome.
But in my time, I wanted to focus on Lawrence if I could. And the 4th down stops, all 3 that they made in this football game, it was really because of the play of DeMarcus Lawrence and what he was able to do. And the first 4th down stop was the Charbonneau stop. And this is the one that we've kind of always grown accustomed to when we've watched Tank Lawrence play football.
What a move.
Yeah, because the Cowboys are going to stack the middle of the defense. And by the way that Osa played over the center and how low he got, keep an eye on that for the tush-push stuff.
Ooh, okay. Because it's all about leverage.
For stopping Hurts?
Yeah, for stopping Hurts.
Because that's what makes Philly so darn effective at that. They get so low.
When Osa got like to the point where he got through the center's legs, he was that low coming off the ball.
Sweet.
So keep an eye on the tush-push stuff, maybe with Osa going forward here. Maybe they'll figure something out here. But you look with Lawrence, they've got 3 guys inside. And Lawrence is lined up at wide as the right, basically as the right end, and it's funny because Parsons is playing his spot, so Parsons is lined up on the left side, Tank's lined up on the right side. So you're thinking like, maybe the Seahawks are thinking we don't want to run the ball at
Tank.
We don't want to run the ball at Parsons. Maybe.
Ooh, okay.
Maybe they don't want to run it at Parsons. So they run, the ball goes to the left side, but what you get is at the snap of the ball, Lawrence, he shoots this gap. And the way he does it is cross the tackle had no chance. He was across his face at the snap. It's like out of his left eye, he saw the ball snap and then he was gone. And Cross couldn't even react.
No.
That's how quick, they get push in the middle with Osa and those guys, they stalemate the middle, and now you got Tank winning that gap. On the winning the gap between the guard and the tackle, and that's where the ball is going to end up running. So it's just a tremendous Cross he tries to reach, Lawrence can't do it. The most impressive thing about it is Lawrence stays on his feet. I mean, he could have gone down to the ground, and then maybe Charbonneau gets past him and that kind of thing. But his balance to stay on his feet and then square up and make the tackle was an unbelievable play.
It's amazing how quick he is at this age and size still.
Yeah.
He's been in the league a long time now.
He's just got intuition and feel as well. His pre-snap diagnosis and what he needs to do to beat the man across from him is just second to none.
Yeah.
Got really lucky 2 years ago when he took that big pay cut and stayed here because he's playing way more valuable.
Absolutely. And now he's making $10 million a year.
Yeah.
I mean, that's a hell of a contract now.
Absolutely. Hell of a deal there. Okay, the second 4th down stop, Lawrence involved. This is one where he gets by Lucas, the tackle, the right tackle for the Seahawks. And what happens is this is where he's forcing Geno Smith to throw the ball off his back foot. Smith's trying to get the ball to Smith and Jigba. But the problem was he couldn't set his feet to make an accurate throw. And that's because Lawrence had gotten around Lucas and now was closing on Smith, and Smith felt it and started backing up. Now, Bland should have had an interception. Should have been his second interception of the game, matter of fact. The ball was overthrown.
Wow.
Because of the pressure.
Yeah.
And Bland couldn't come up with the ball. He's falling backwards. The ball's overthrown from Smith and Jigba. But the reason it's overthrown is because Tank Lawrence is how he wins against Lucas off that. The pressure was just too much. And now he's got to throw the ball, and he can't make an accurate throw. So there again, Tank, first time they run fourth down, he gets against the run. Second time, he's the reason why forcing Smith off his back foot just because of a pass rush. The third time, this is the one that we all kind of talked about, the one that we saw, was the one that him and Parsons, the play that they made. This is the third fourth down stop that they make in the game. Seahawks are going to try and run an inside picks to get DJ Dallas out in the flat. So they have trips to the right, and they're going to run 3 picks going inside. And then they're going to try and take everybody with them and make it really muddy there, and then get Dallas into the flat and try to throw the ball over the top of him. Okay? So all their blockers work away from Parsons coming off that left edge. So Parsons all year long has been one of the top when it comes to get off of defensive linemen and pass rushers. This time was no exception. He was off on a shot, as we all saw. The problem on the play was that Dallas, the running back, gets held up by Lawrence coming out of the backfield. Tank sees what's happening here, and he's coming behind Parsons to make the play. He's coming to be in that spot. And so as he's doing that, he sees Dallas coming across, and he holds him up. And Geno Smith's got nowhere to go with the ball now because of how quickly Parsons is in his face.
He's on him.
But the receiver's nowhere.
Yeah.
There's no receiver there to even throw the ball to.
Kudos to Tank, man.
Yeah. Kudos to Tank for the way that he absolutely played in this football game. I'm going to say this about when you look at, like I say, with Tank and what he's able to do, I think it's just super impressive. The thing we kind of talk about a little bit of the bad game that Bland had, but man, I'll tell you what, it was, and I'm not going to focus on the 73-yard pass because Bland was in position there. I don't think Wilson helped him much where his alignment was, but it was a perfectly thrown ball. Now, the second pass play, the 34-yarder that he gave up, this is just another beautiful pass from Smith to Metcalf.
And that's the sideline route?
Sideline route. Bland, I felt like, was in great shape again. He just couldn't make the play because Metcalf comes off the line walking. He's not even running a route. He just starts walking. And then the next thing you know, he explodes, and Bland goes with him. And I feel like that Bland's in pretty decent shape running with him down the sides. But he can't find the ball. He doesn't look back for the ball. He's just running with him. And I think a lot of it had to do with way Metcalf was coming off at that walk, go. And it
kind of lulled him a little bit.
It lulled him a little bit there. And
Yeah.
Bland tried his best to stay with it. But the fact where Bland usually can locate the ball, he can usually make plays.
On the pick he did have, I thought it was one of the best snags I'd ever seen from a DB as far as going across the receiver.
Took it away from Tyler Lockett.
Well, Lockett, I think you're fortunate that Lockett got the ball here too, because Lockett comes off the ball with no speed. He just, it was like and Bland reads it all the way. He's running at him and he's like, "You're really not running at me, bro." And he reads it, but it's funny because Lockett is almost stumbling running out of his route. And that put Bland in position. He's right on top of the play. Smith lets it fly thinking that his guy was going to win. His guy was in terrible shape. But the Cowboys with Bland was in great shape. So Bland was able to undercut the route right there to finish the play. Great job. But Bland honestly could have had 2 interceptions in this game.
Unbelievable.
But he had the one. It was a very important one. Unfortunately, Dallas didn't score. Maybe we come back and talk about it later on.
Did you feel like his coverage was decent? Despite the production?
Yeah, I felt like there was a couple of times. There was one time where he missed a tackle in space on Smith and Jigba. He runs a pivot route, which is that in and out route, and he
runs it well.
And Smith and Bland has got Smith and Jigba short of the first down marker, and he missed the tackle. So they get a first down, on that one. But they tried to pick him with the tight end. He got through it, but he just didn't make the tackle very much. And then there was another time where he gave up. It was a third and like 2, and he's playing like cushion like he's
weird.
Yeah, and they get 9 yards in the play. Those are the kinds of plays you're like going, well, wait a minute, what are we doing here? Why are you playing that coverage on
Al
third?
was not happy with that.
No, he was. Al was not too happy at that one.
Al was ticked.
At all.